All right, we finished with cylinders and we're going to move on to cones. So we'll turn the page here. I've got some already drawn here, but let's go to a blank page. Your page again should set up like this, so you have full and partial columns. And we will take a look at a cone. A cone obviously has a circle base and a pointy top. And it's pretty simple to draw, but a lot more complicated to shade. If we look at the lighting on one side, we can see it's light on one side and dark on the other, going across, going from dark to light this way. Put some highlights in here, and then we'll do some partials as well. So let's go ahead and get started. A cone is like a cylinder. You're going to have to draw an ellipse because you're going to see a circle from an angle. So seeing it from the angle, we'll draw the ellipse, and we'll have a point side down and a point side up one. Let's start with a point side up. So we're going to start with the ellipse. Remember how I did this. We went around a few times until you feel like you got a good one. No straightaway, it's not a oval. It looks pretty good right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a dot right above the center, kind of like the pyramid. And then I'm going to draw lines to the outermost edge of that ellipse, a straight line. Now when I do this, it's going to look like the cone can either be up in the air and I see the base, or a see-through cone, but I'm going to make it look like a solid one that's sitting down on the ground where I'm looking down on it. So I'm going to erase half of the ellipse here. And what that will do, will make it look like, I can see, just half the ellipse here, which I don't want you to try drawing half an ellipse. Draw a whole ellipse and then try erasing these. So they turn out so much better. The shading on the cone is the tricky part because it goes from light to dark very quickly, or dark to light very quickly here, and dark to light very slowly here. So here's the key on shading. Look at the direction my pencil is moving. It's lined up with the point. And as I shade across, the angle changes of my hand, changes, so I continually line it up with the point. So I want to have it go from dark to light going across this way. I have to go, much more on the bottom here because it's changing more slowly, and it changes very quickly light to dark here, very slowly on the bottom. When I get to a certain point, I can use my paper towel, I can smear it. If I overshade, I can erase. If I want it a little bit darker on that edge, I can always add more graphite. It's good to build it up over a couple of layers. You can kind of control it better that way. All right, and then if I want the shadow to be pushed off that way, cast a shadow going that way. Point side down, pretty much the same thing, except this time I'm going to, just have, I'm going to see the base this way. And I can do all different types of proportions, long and skinny ones. But because this is a flat side here, it's receiving light evenly. I want it to be the same value. I might make it a pretty light value there. And then again, I'm saying like the light source is coming from one side, let's say. So it's going to be maybe darker on this side and then lighter as I go across. Okay, you can watch me shade here. As I'm shading, let me talk to you about the next thing. When you do these, try them in all different proportions. A skinny pointy, like the cone shape of a pencil, the proportions would be, with a small ellipse and a long distance from it. Something squatty like this might be like a funnel for a coffee pour over cone. So try a whole bunch of different ones. Again, you're drawing 5 fulls and shading all those, and then 5 partials. All right, good luck with that. If you have any questions, be sure and ask.